Greetings, Wambui, Bahati here. Wambui made it. Someone told me that they were making an afghan using the long loom. But she said one of my panels is too long. I need to remove some of the rows. How can I remove some of the rows? I asked her, I said, well, is it still on the loom or did you take it off the loom already? She said, it's still on the loom. I said, I think I can help you. And that is what this video is. This is one way to remove stitches and rows when working on the long loom. I am going to remove the blue stitches. I'm going to say this is our project and we realize that we don't want these rows right here. And so I'm going to be removing the rows that are blue. And this is how I'm going to do it. When you want to remove your rows, you want to first find your working yarn. I'm going to bring my camera in just a little bit to see if it, just a little bit. Come on. So that you can see exactly what I'm doing a little better. Okay, so what we're going to be doing is we're going to remove these stitches from the long loom. Find the working yarn, wherever the working yarn is, and we're just going to follow the working yarn. Here's the working yarn. We're going to find that loop that's where the working yarn is. We're going to take that loop and take it off. Now at the base of every loop, there is another loop. And this is the loop that loop is looped into. In fact, that it goes through. You can see that it slides back and forth. So that's the loop we want to hold on to. We don't want to drop it. We want to hold on to it while we take this loop out. And we're going to take this loop and put it back on that peg. Just like that. Okay, we're going to follow the working yarn. So the working yarn is over here now. We're going to take this loop off. We see the loop that's at the base of that loop. We're going to get that loop, the loop that this loop is in, and we're going to pull that loop out and put this loop on that peg right there. Then we're going to come back across. We're going to get the working, where the working yarn is over here. We're going to take that loop off, get the loop that this loop runs through. We're going to take that loop out and we're going to put that loop back on that peg. Working yarn is now over here behind us. And we're going to take that loop off like that. Get that base loop. Again, the loop that loop is going through. We want to get that loop. And we don't want to get the yarn from the first loop in there, and we just want to pull that out and we're going to put that. Now remember to put the loop back on the peg the way it is set. Like this is a little twisted, so we want to keep it twisted like that and put it back on that peg. Come back over. Where's the working yarn? The working yarn is over here. So we're going to come over to this loop, take this one off next. We're going to go to the base and get that yarn right there. Pull that loop out and put this loop on that peg. Working yarn is over here now. So we're going to get the loop that is attached to that working yarn. We're going to take it off and we're going to go to the base of that loop and we're going to pull that loop back through. We're going to take this and we're going to keep it a little twisted like it was, put it back on there. Okay, we're going to working yarn is right here. We're going to take that one off. We're going to take this loop, pull that one through, and put it on back just how we took it off. We're going to go over here now, and I think you get the idea. We're going to go to wherever the working yarn is, and we're going to get that, and we're going to get the loop that is at the bottom of the loop that we want to take off, pull it back through. And you see how we're going to keep this yarn twisted. We don't want to turn it around. We want to keep it the way it is when we take hold of it and put it back on that peg. Going to come back over here because the working yarn's over here. We're going to get that base loop right there. We're going to pull that yarn out and put this back on that peg. We're going to go back over here now, and we're going to get this loop, get the yarn that's the loop that's at the base of that loop we're taking off, and now this is the loop that we're going to put on. Okay, and this is what we're going to do. We're just going to take the loop off, follow the working yarn to know which one to do next, get that base loop and put it back on the peg. I'm going to go across because the working yarn is over here now, so this is the next one. We're going to get that loop that's at the bottom of that, hold it, take that out, and we're going to put that working yarn back on. Remember, if it came off a little twisted, we want to put it back on a little twisted. Working yarn is right here, so this is the next one we're going to do. We're going to go to the base and get that loop right there, pull that out, take this and put it back on that peg where that one was. Working yarn is over here now, so this is the next loop that we're going to do. We're going to get that loop, go to the base, get that loop, pull that one through and put that back on that peg. And now the working yarn is over here. I'm going to take that, go over here to the base, down here to the base, and again, you know, because this the yarn pulls through, the one that loop pulls through, you're going to get that loop and you're going to pull that first loop out, and then you're just going to put this one back on the peg. All right, so we've already removed one row. We're going to remove all of this, and so we're going to just continue that way. Going to get this loop because that's where the working yarn is. Get that loop that's at the bottom of that loop, pull that one through and put it on top of that peg. We're going to go back over here, get this one because we're just following the working yarn, and put it back there. And that's what we're going to do. We're just going to keep following the working yarn, going to the base of the working yarn, getting that loop that's at the base of the working yarn, pulling that first loop back, and then we're just going to put that new loop on there. And so I'm going to continue this for a little while. I'm going to keep going until I have removed all of these blue stitches. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. And now
we have removed all of the rows that we wanted to remove for this project. We can proceed by casting off, adding a new color, or removing more rows. So this is one way that you can remove stitches and rows when working on the long loom.